It's INCERE. So let the people know where you come up from, where you from, where you originally hail from in the city of Chicago.
I'm from the south side, 71st in Michigan. Shit, as a shorty, I kind of grew up a little bit everywhere because I kind of moved around. I went to like 3 different high schools and shit. And it was decent growing up. I used to hoop up at St. Colin Banners and shit. That's a church. Anthony Davis and his sister used to play there. They used to coach too over there for a while with the kid before we went out to the league. Shit. Yeah.
So you said you aspired. Did you ever have hoop dreams? Like,
yeah,
did you
I
aspire?
wanted to be like Allen Iverson. I wanted to like be cold, but like shit, I ain't grow to be 6 feet shit. So I said fuck it. But like I ain't stopped playing basketball till I got to high school. I was like a sophomore, and I had get kicked off the team. I had got into a fight and shit, and I had got arrested or whatever. After that, I had stopped hooping and I started like focusing on music. Shit.
Was it easy for you to convert your passion for basketball over to music, or?
Honestly, I had more passion for music than hooping. Honestly, so it wasn't like hard to focus. Like hooping was easier for me than music because it was harder to write songs and like make beats and shit. I wanted to make beats and like at first, and I didn't really know how to play instruments. So I went and got in the band and shit, learned how to play the drums, and learned how to read music and shit. That way I learned how to like play piano and shit, but I couldn't really catch into that shit for real. So shit, I just kept writing. But I was already writing before I even really started like hooping. But I got more serious about rapping after I stopped hooping. Cause at first, I wasn't really like writing raps like that until I stopped hooping. I was doing it, but not like that.
So you feel like, I heard you say you tried to get into multiple instruments. You said the piano and the drums. Do you feel like they helped you, learn and understand rhythm better, and that translated to you making music when you started making your own music? Do you feel like that's an advantage you have over people, being able to play those instruments?
Yeah, and no, cause it's like you can hear some shit and you might think that shit hot based on like your instincts as far as music, like what you prefer listening to, because like you might like some shit like that's different, and everybody might like just trap, and you might like some shit that might not have trap and it might have a rock in it or some shit. Like your taste gonna be different based on the fact that like you gonna notice the different instruments, and you gonna pay more attention to the music, because like that's one of the things I learned like doing that shit. But I kind of used to ditch practice a little bit, but that's one of the main things I took from that shit, was to just pay more attention to what was going on in the music. Like whether it was a beat I was listening to or it was a song I was listening to, I always paid more attention to the melodies and the rhythms after that, from that point on, because it was like those are the main parts of the song, percussion, and people don't probably even really realize that. That's why people be using the same drum patterns.
Aside from the music that you make, do you feel like, not do you feel like, this is a question, is the music that you listen to versatile? Or is there certain, multiple genres of music that you like to listen to?
I listen to everything. I listen to rap. I listen to everything. I listen to rock. I listen to old shit.
You listen to rock music too?
Yeah. I fuck with a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit I be trying to get sampled and shit, like for beats. Like niggas don't even know like niggas be sampling beats. They don't be knowing like songs be coming from beats. Like they be just assuming that niggas be just making these beats. But really they just taking this song and flipping it on this shit and putting some drums on it. And that's one of the main reasons I be going into different types of music, because it's like it's a lot of shit you could flip, a lot of sounds, and a lot of different ways you can go about making music. That's why I say that did help me gain an advantage over niggas, because I looked at music different from that point on.
Being from Chicago, the music that put us on was drill music. So a lot of people think that making drill music is really the only way for them to get on. Do you feel like that?
No. I mean, even a lot of the drill artists be different to me. Like, L.A. Capone different from Keith and them. Like, so I really can't really say that when it come to our drill music. Like, so I can't really say all drill music is the same when it come out here, because everybody don't rap the same when it come to drill. And a lot of niggas that's considered drill artists, like, to me, they actually better than a lot of drill artists. They actually got more charisma on the microphone, where they saying more. So I don't know. That's like a weird question all the time. But yeah, I say more motherfuckers out here probably fuck with drill more, but it's more versatile music out here. There's a lot of different niggas that come out here.
What do you feel like makes a song a drill song? Is it the beat pattern or is it the message?
What you talking about?
It's the message, right? So me personally, I feel like a lot of niggas, they use different beats, but they all really saying the same message, the same shit. You know, what do you feel like you do or can do or have been doing that separates you from going into that same atmosphere?
I be doing all type of shit. I do shit like that, but then at the same time, like I cut shit from like what I would do. Like I don't put like, I would never claim like no block in my music because like I feel like niggas feed off that. Like niggas really be feeding off like niggas names and all that shit. So I really don't do that because that shit be weird to me. Niggas be claiming like dead homies that not really they homies for real just because they want to claim a body. You feel me? Like I think that shit lame. Niggas be basically just joining a block today, go shoot a video tomorrow, and like now they claiming that block or whatever. Like I think that shit weird. So that's one of the things I stopped doing. Like I never really did in my music. Like I always thought that shit was weird. Cause once certain niggas got on for that, everybody just started running, trying to do the same shit.
I know a lot of people feel like if you don't make drill music, you just gotta make conscious music. But I want to tell people, you know, just because you're not promoting violence don't mean you promoting peace. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I feel like a lot of people not hip to that type of music when people just speak about their everyday experiences, whether it be positive or negative. Do you feel like more people should make more music like that? Rap their actual reality, you know, not just far left or far right, but rap about what's
really going on.
Right, what's really going on.
Yeah, because it'll be more interesting. Like more motherfuckers will be able to relate to you. Niggas ain't driving foreigns. Everybody ain't got diamonds. Everybody ain't got 100 racks in their pocket. Like that's what be funny. But these same niggas will be on the bus bopping their head to this shit. Like they relate to this shit. These niggas speaking their pain. A lot of niggas be saying they ain't even went through none of the shit that these niggas is rapping about. And then a lot of niggas that's rapping about it ain't really been through it. Half the niggas that's not rapping about it have been through it. And they choosing to not even speak on it because shit, they trying to separate themselves from it. But shit, it depends on how you move, really.
And you know, it's never too late to change, you know, how you market yourself. Look at Polo G, for example. The songs that blew him up was drill songs, you know. But what was that? Before I Put It In, I Smack Her Ass, you know.
Yeah.
That song right there made Polo, you know, hot in the city. And we don't know how far the reach was. But then, right after that, he dropped Finer Things, which was completely the opposite of that type of song. And that's what made him Polo G. That's what, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to you. What made Polo G hot was the fact that he was trying to sound like Herb, really.
You feel like
when
that?
He started evolving, yeah, hell yeah. When he first came out, he sounded like Herb. On that very song where you saying what you saying, his vocal tone sounded exactly like Herb. His aggression sounded exactly like Herb. His flow pattern sounded exactly like Herb damn near at the time. But when he started evolving, that's when he started singing and shit, like doing just different shit with his like style or whatever. But yeah, that was what got him on, like marketing himself in that direction and using his voice in that way. But it ain't that he weak, but he basically kind of just fed off this nigga buzz.
You feel like Polo G fed off of G Herbo's buzz?
Yeah, in a way. Really, and not even just in a way, but just, yeah. Like, just basing it off the fact that how he was basically rapping and how he was moving, what he was doing. But everybody kind of bit Keith with the way they do their videos, so I can't really say how they do their videos. But as far as how he rapped at the time, he was rapping a lot like Herb.
I never heard that take on Polo G.